It's crazy. Like anywhere you go, and even you can look stuff up on the internet. Like all these different churches, different languages, different cultures. It's like it all sounds completely different. It's all whacked out, and this person's using a tambourine, and
Yeah.
But it's just cool because it just shows that Christ is universal. He has no limits to where he goes. He's not just an American church thing. He's not just a
Church didn't start here.
No. Yeah, it did though. It did. No.
So a lot of people think.
It goes everywhere. So like, no matter what culture or what style it is, it's like it worships, it blesses his soul, I think. So
You've been on mission trips. How are services different? How do they use music differently? In like, obviously there's different styles.
Yeah.
Sometimes different languages and things like that.
Yeah.
Give us like a little experience.
Yeah. So I've been I think 3. It was Mexico, Phoenix, and then we did the really short-term one in Indiana. All of them are Baptist churches, so I don't know how different. But like,
okay, so you didn't go to like the Mexico or anything?
I did Mexico.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They had like I think they had like violinist and like a guitar. And of course, it's all Spanish or whatever. And so you're like reading the hymn in Spanish, which is super cool. Every culture, every upbringing, it's gonna be different. And Mexico was awesome in the sense of we had no idea what they're saying, but we recognized the melody, which is a cool way. Like melody is the language in a way. Somehow, right? Like when not to get too philosophical, but like everything comes from him. Like our ability to even interpret melodies and like use our voices in that way is super strange when you think about it, right? But again, it's just something that God created in us,
Yeah.
Or evolution, man. Evolution evolved us to like sing songs, something like that. But like, yeah, so like we don't know any of the word. We don't know. We can't read Spanish, or we don't know Spanish, but we know the words because of the melody. So it was cool.
You're still
for us to sit there and sing with all these people. Yeah, and just like super cool. Kind of a picture of how the kingdom's going to be. We don't know what language we'll speak, but like you're not going to have any limitations. So like you could have a bunch of different languages. We're all singing the same thing. So that's kind of cool. In Phoenix, it was they're a church plant really early. So like that was as far as like production way down than like maybe a typical church would be. But that was still awesome because again, it's not as much about how much production you have or how many instruments you have. It all works, it all glorifies him. So it was cool in that sense to see, even though we're not used to having, 3 of us up there. We're used to having, 10 or whatever. It was still worshiping God, and it was still really good. And it was still like everyone sang out really well. And then the Indiana one, I don't think we sang at that because I think it was a weekend thing. But it's crazy. Like anywhere you go, and even, you can look stuff up on the internet, like all these different churches, different languages, different cultures. It's like it all sounds completely different. It's all whacked out, and this person's using a tambourine, and
Yeah.
But it's just cool because it just shows that Christ is universal. He has no limits to where he goes. He's not just an American church thing. He's not just a
Church didn't start here.
No. Yeah, it did though. It did. No.
So a lot of people think.
It goes everywhere. So like, no matter what culture or what style it is, it's like it worships, it blesses his soul, I think. So.
Yeah, and along with that, I wanted to say, are you the listener? Are you able to go on a mission trip and sing with other people that are singing these songs you don't know, that to worship with them, to glorify with them, glorify Jesus with them? Are you able to do these things? Are you stuck in your lane? Like, can you only go to your church? What if you need to help out at a different church? Can you go to that church and maybe they don't sing at first. Maybe they come in and they have like 10 minutes of sermon. They say a prayer. They start singing. Can you operate in a different schedule than what your church does? Because all these churches are so much different. The way that the churches preach is different, and we can be edified in different ways if we allow ourselves to go outside of our comfort zone and just worship with the body. Yeah, everything is so different between churches, so different between denominations. But if we all believe that Jesus Christ died and rose for us, then we're all Christians, and we should be able to come together as the bride of Christ. We have our preferences, but we can at least step outside of them and give glory to God when it needs to be. Just hopefully we're not stuck in our own little bubbles.
Yeah. I like it, man. You're roasting everybody. I like it. It's good.
That's my plan.
Like, yeah,
I'm trying to
man. Shut up and take your blessing. I mean, that's what you're saying. I saw that there's a mug that said that, I think.
Shut up and take your blessing.
Like, it's good though. I mean, you gotta make sense. Sometimes we gotta do that. Just zip it and get out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with this. I don't like this style. It's like, come on. Get over it a little bit.
Thank you for watching the video. Leave a comment. We want to know what you thought about it. And support us. Hit the like, subscribe, and check out our podcast. We're trying to empower the body to do the Lord's work better. See you in the next one.